Hello, friends. I just am so pumped that you are here with us. Welcome to week 1, prep week of the Faster Way to Fat Loss. You are probably wondering what the heck you've gotten yourself into, but you have made the greatest decision that you could make for your health to invest in this program. And Bethany and I are so pumped to walk alongside you in this journey. So, we call it prep week because we're just preparing for all the things we're going to learn over the course of the next 6 weeks together. So think about it, it's baby steps. We're going to learn a little bit each and every day, just little nuggets that we're going to get each day that we kind of are together. We'll have like a little snippet and some target items to get through for the day. So everything builds. So you're going to learn a little bit this week, and then we're going to add a little bit more next week, and then we'll add a little bit more the week after that. And so everything's going to build on each other, and at the end of the 6 weeks, you are going to have all the knowledge to live a healthy life for the rest of your life. So first and foremost, one of the most important things, and I know some of you hate this avenue, and some of you love it, but we are going to want you to check the Facebook page every morning. So we've put you in a small group with Bethany and I for the next 6 weeks, and so you will want to check every morning. We will have a post every single day of the whole 6 weeks, and you're just going to want to read through what's there, and it'll take just like 5 to 10 minutes of your day. It'll just give you a training on something that we're trying to teach you about for that day. We'll refer you to some blog posts and podcasts to maybe listen to in your free time. All of that is optional, but will only help you in your journey with the Faster Way. So I really believe the Faster Way is one of those things, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So you're going to learn to live the faster way better if you're reading all the things and learning about your hormones and your body and how everything works together and the science behind it all. So the more knowledge you can have about what's going on in your body as you're making these changes, the more successful you're going to be in the faster way. So there will be these action items for you to do each day. We're going to want you to post pictures of your meals. Let us see things that you're eating, because you may have found this amazing recipe that nobody's even heard of, and you can pass that on to everybody else that's doing this faster way journey with you. One other thing we do is on Fridays, we will post what we call our non-scale victories. So over the course of the 6 weeks, in dieting culture, we are always taught to like hop on that scale. And in the faster way, we would love for the next 6 weeks, we want you to weigh, we're going to weigh at the beginning, but we want you to not hop on that scale. And it's really tempting to kind of see, where am I? But we're on Friday going to post these non-scale victories. Maybe you're getting more sleep than you had been before. Maybe you're getting workouts in for the first time in 15 years. Maybe one of those things is like you're starting to log your food. So what are your wins? They may seem kind of silly, like, oh, I'm sleeping better. But really, it's a huge win. Recently, I had a client that she was off melatonin for the first time in 20 years and maybe hadn't seen her weight change at that point, but that was a huge win for her. So think about your wins in terms of those kind of things. And positive people see positive results. So if you believe that you can do this, you're going to see amazing things happen, not just in your body composition, but just your general and overall health. So when you check in daily, there's going to be a post, and we want you to respond each day under that post. It's really easy to, like, if you have a question, to make a new post, but try not to post new threads. Bethany and I will post for the day what we want you to learn about, and so post under that thread if you have a question. Hey, what was that meal that you suggested the other day? Or I'm not sure if I'm tracking this correctly, or whatever you need to ask. Feel free to ask it. Just do it on that same thread. So I might have a question that somebody else also has. So if it's on that thread, they're not going to have to ask the same question because they can see, oh, they answered my question already. So that can be really, really helpful. One other housekeeping item, in your email that you got for the start of this week, we asked you to fill out the client assessment form. This is really for you, but the whole reason we do it is we can coach you better if we know your goals, see where you're coming from. Maybe you've had hormone issues, or maybe you have Lyme disease or something, autoimmune going on. Like, it's helpful for us to know that on the front end, so we can know kind of how to walk alongside you in this process. It's really there for you, but it's also helpful for us as a coach. No one else is going to see it. You may hop on the scale or measure your thigh at the start of this and be like, oh my gosh, I don't want anyone to see this. But no one will see it other than your coach, me or Bethany, and you. And so just take the time to do that. It's really helpful. Take before and after pictures of your body. I didn't fully do that my first round, and I totally wish I had. So you will see the most change in the pictures from your body composition more than maybe you will on what the scale says, because of how we're starting to fuel our bodies. So be sure to do that, because you'll be floored. And then, so we really want you to try to complete that in the next couple days if you haven't done that already. It should be a Google form, either coming from me or Bethany, depending on who your coach is. And so it should be in that weekly email. Click on that link, and if you need that, just reach out to your coach and we can send that along. So how to be successful in the faster way. So the biggest thing I can tell you is your commitment. I said it earlier, but I totally believe the more you put into this, the more you will get out of it. If you are committed and are like, I'm going to do this deal, you are going to see results. Like, there's no way you won't. And if you participate, if you are really active in the Facebook group and show us your meals and post your macros and really keep track of tracking your food, you're going to see amazing results and be super successful in the faster way. So you've already put in some money to get, on board with this. And that was the thing for me. It was like, okay, I have paid for this deal. I am going to do this 100%. So just know you have so much to offer. I am already learning so many things from my new clients, and they might have a favorite snack or a protein that I'd never even thought of. And so we want you to share all that information. You are going to show us stuff just as we are going to show you stuff. And then one of the other things that I think helps you be so successful in the faster way is just the community and accountability that you will get from this group. You're walking alongside other people that are doing the same thing, and having that accountability. If I knew, oh dang, I'm going to have to post my macros and 20 people in this group are going to see it, I better be on my A game and be eating well and getting my workout in and doing all my things. So that community and accountability is huge in your success. And then I will say, shoot us an email, shoot us a text if you have any questions or you maybe don't understand something. We want you to tell us those things on the front end so we can help you be successful. Use us as a resource, any questions that you might have, so that as you go through this, it's not week 4 and you're like, I don't totally understand this, where we really could have helped you week 1 and you've been a lot more successful. So please, please, please shoot us an email. I will say, on your Facebook notifications, there is a place where you can set notifications for all. so that you get to see all notifications of anybody that comments on anything. That way you can see the questions that people are asking, the things that other people are saying, so that you can be as up to speed as possible. And then there's a way in the Facebook group you can click sort, and then it'll say view recent, and that way you can see the most recent posts. So sometimes a post can get a lot of traction from something a couple days ago, but if you click view recent, then you'll make sure you'll see the most recent post, the one that happened this morning. So the app, there's a tutorial that is where you're going to find all the information that you're going to need to be successful in the faster way. The portal, if you ever hear us talk about the portal, people are like, what the heck is the portal? The portal is just the app, but on your computer, so on your desktop or your laptop. So if you log in to fasterwayportal.com, you will get everything that you get on your phone. It'll just be in a bigger space. So it's the exact same thing. You can just view it on your computer. There's only one other app that you're going to need during your time with us, and it is called MyFitnessPal. And this is where we're going to do all of our tracking. This is where you're going to be able to plug in all the food that you're eating. So we're going to talk a lot more about that on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. But just if you want to be prepared, make sure you have the Faster Way app downloaded, and then the MyFitnessPal app downloaded. There's a premium version that you pay for. You're not going to even need that. The free version is going to do everything that you are going to need to get started in the faster way. So they may try and sell you on it, but you don't need it. The main one is great. All right. So as we get to this week, the key components to this week, the first key component, that the faster way is all about and got its name from is intermittent fasting. So if you ever see IF, that is what that stands for. And intermittent fasting, it's not eating. I think that's what a lot of people think intermittent fasting is. We eat just the same amount. We eat a lot of food. We just eat it in a shorter amount of time. So we want your body to be at digestive rest for the goal of 16 hours. Not everybody is going to be able to do that at the beginning. We say start with a 12-hour window where you eat from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then you don't eat again from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And if you have any health issues where maybe you can't do that, maybe you're a nursing mom, or maybe you are anemic, or have some issues like that, that is okay. We will be able to work with any health issue that is going on. You can work up to that. We call it a 16 to 8 protocol. So you are fasting for 16 hours of your 24, and then you're eating for 8 hours. So intermittent fasting is not a diet. It is just an eating schedule. Simply an eating schedule. When am I eating, and then when is my body at digestive rest? And when your body is at digestive rest, it is detoxing, and your body can do what it is designed to do to start burning fat. But it can only do that when it's at digestive rest. So that is how intermittent fasting can be helpful in your health and wellness journey, in your fat burning journey, is getting your body to a place where it is burning fat, and it can only do that at rest. So big questions. What can I have in my fasting window? So if I am stopping eating at 8, but I'm not eating again till 11 the next morning or 12 the next day, what can I have during my fasting window? So tea, water, and coffee, black coffee, are totally fine. You can put a little bit of lemon in your water if you want, or in your tea. So we're going to say no creamer. So try to find a milk alternative. And then we want you to keep it under 50 calories. So you could do a little splash of almond milk or oat milk, or there's a great dairy alternative that a lot of people use called nut pods out there. And then you don't want to have anything that has sugar in it. So you don't want, there are a lot of those like non-dairy creamers that are just loaded with oils that are not good for you and sugar. And so you can't have any sugar in that 50 calories. So that 50 calories needs to come from like a milk alternative. So stevia is my go-to for what to put in to sweeten it, because even if you use something like that's comes from the earth, like maple syrup or agave, it still has sugar in it. So we want to stay away from that sugar, and we want to eliminate creamer, milk, half and half, anything that's dairy. So there's literally like 15 milk alternatives now, which is amazing. So you can do that during your fasting window, 50 calories or less. So that is what I would say about that. So you have a lot of food to eat in a short amount of time. So some people do 2 big meals and 1 big snack, or a lot of guys will do 3 big meals and 1 big snack. You could do 3 small meals and no snacks. It really is up to you. You can kind of do it however you want to do it. Whatever you just are gonna, we're gonna talk a little bit later about your macros. We just want you to hit your macros. So whatever that looks like to get those meals in during your fasting window, so those 8 hours, suggested obviously up to 12, but just think about how am I going to get it in that amount of time. So one of my favorite things about the Faster Way is they give you a meal plan. It's awesome, and at first when I started I was like, oh my gosh, these foods are probably going to have like no flavor. Whatever chefs they are partnered with, the food is actually amazing. Like there's this like coconut curry, that a coconut milk curry that's like got lime and cilantro, that was in my very first week of the Faster Way, and it is so good. It's like a staple in our house now. We just love it. So so the meal plan is amazing. You get 3 meals a day, 2 snacks a day, every day for the next 6 weeks. So if you're ever in a rut and you don't know what to fix, just go to the meal plan. But it is a skeleton. So it is just to help you. Don't feel like you need to cook everything exactly like they say. I look at it at the beginning of the week and try a few items and kind of see what do I have in my pantry, or what could I maybe replace that has like similar fat content or protein content as this. So don't be intimidated by the meal plan and guide. Just pick out the dinners you want, prep, and plan your snacks. Snacks are huge. Planning those, knowing kind of what to take with you on the go. One of the staples in my house are RX bars. A lot of people do, I hate this word, but the meat sticks. And there's an awesome bag of guara almonds that are super salty and yummy that they sell at Trader Joe's that are a staple snack for me. So I always just have those on hand, prepared, so I'm not going to grab a bag of potato chips or my kids' goldfish or whatever that is sitting around. So huge component of the Faster Way is preparation. Be prepared for your week ahead so that you can have success. You can still eat out and still have some processed foods, but just be really mindful of what you eat when you're eating out, or maybe ask for the dressing on the side and dip your salad in your dressing instead of pouring it on top, or just ask for maybe no cheese on your chicken that you ordered or whatever. So you can definitely eat out. You can definitely, like RX bars, they're processed, but they have minimal ingredients. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. All right, so one other thing is we don't want you to have fiber during your fast if possible. So I like to drink 12 ounces of water before I have my coffee. And this first week, you may have some headaches. I did have a couple days of headaches when I first started this. I know some of you that are going through the program maybe have had migraines, and this may be challenging at first, but you will have some headaches, but then your more regular headaches that you were having probably are going to go away because you're going to begin fueling your body more in the way that you were created to be fueled. So, and remember, your body is detoxing, and so it's getting rid of all this stuff, and sometimes those headaches and maybe muscle aches are a response to your body being like, what are you doing to me? And if you drink water, sometimes maybe if you're hungry and it's like close to your fasting, like you're an hour away from your fasting window, but you drink some more water, that hunger pain is actually that you are dehydrated. So just know that is a possibility too. You want to be drinking half your body weight in water. Carry your water bottle wherever you go. That is the hardest thing for me personally in the faster way, is getting in my water. So I'm just not a big drinker in general, and so I have to be really, really intentional about it. So drink half your body weight in water, take it with you, and just constantly be having another sip as you need it. Okay, another key component to the faster way, whole food nutrition. Don't stress at the start. You open your pantry door and you're like, oh crap, like look what all's in here. Don't just throw everything out. But from here on out, try to eliminate as much processed food as you can. If it comes in a box, try switching it for something that is a whole food. So if you normally buy the prepackaged guacamole, maybe try making some guacamole. Or if there is a granola that you love, like what if you looked online and found a great granola? I make mine in the air fryer pretty regularly now, where I used to just always buy it in a package. So Amanda Trust, the founder of the Faster Way, she always says if it comes from the earth or has a mother, you can eat it, other than dairy. But just think about that. I think it's an awesome mantra, and it always helps me make a good choice. If it comes from the earth or has a mother, you can eat it. Chicken, red meat, veggies, fruits, all those things, they are gonna be so good for you. And if you have some peanut butter, it comes from the earth. If you have it with an apple, it comes from the earth. Okay, I can eat it. Let's just do this deal. I try, when it comes to processed foods, to stick with the 5 ingredient rule. If it has 5 ingredients or less, go for it. If you can't pronounce something on the ingredient list, it's probably not the best option. We want to look for stuff with not a lot of added oils and not a lot of added sugars. So over the course of the next week, eliminate as much processed food as possible. Check your labels. And then I know a lot of people know this, but just go around the perimeter of your grocery store. Try and stay away from those center aisles, at least over the next 6 weeks. As you learn how to eat and track, you're going to know some processed foods that you can go for, but try to eliminate as much of those as possible. We're going to send you some lists from Costco, Aldi, Kroger, Trader Joe's, kind of our go-to lists. Bethany and I will post some of those this week. You're going to need some quick grab stuff, and that is totally okay. And the mantra of the Faster Way is progress over perfection. I know some of you eat a bad meal and are like, well, the day's done. I might as well just eat bad at dinner too, because I had a #1 combo at Chick-fil-A for lunch. But progress over perfection. Just because you messed up at this meal doesn't mean you have to keep doing that for the next meal. It's you just start over the next day. Say you had a day where you didn't intermittent fast, just then jump back on the bandwagon the next day. It doesn't mean that you're not progressing forward if you didn't do it the day before. The other component is exercise. We are going to encourage exercise. It is 90% of the faster way is whole food nutrition and learning how to fuel your body correctly. There is a very effective workout program that has all ability levels on it. So there's going to be, on the video each week, it's 5 days a week for 30 minutes. 2 days you're going to have high intensity interval training that is going to be HIIT and a little bit of cardio and some weights kind of mixed in. And then 3 days we're going to have weights days. And then there are 2 active recovery days, a bar workout and a yoga workout, those type things, stretching workout. But we really encourage, get those 5 days in a week. Your results are only going to be accelerated if you choose to do the optional exercise portion of the program. I know some of those of you out there are big runners. Maybe do a little jog before your workout, but we really want you to focus on the weight training. And huge American diet culture, over exercise and under eating, and the faster way is not about that. I was used to doing at least an hour workout in the gym and, was on the treadmill or the elliptical or the spin bike, and faster way turns all that on its head and is like, eat well, lift weights, do HIIT a couple days a week, 30 minutes in and out. We don't want this to take over your life. Keep a pulse on kind of how your body's feeling as you're doing this, and start if maybe you're a little bit older and you are worried about lifting weights for the first time. Start with 5-pound weights and then move up to 8 and then maybe 10 and then 12. So don't feel like you have to be like lifting huge weights, like some of the trainers are lifting some huge weights, and you don't have to do that. Start at your level. Keep a pulse on how your body is feeling. We can give you suggestions of what to do, and you're going to do amazing. So if you wake up hungry, one thing I think is often when I'm hungry when I wake up and I'm intermittent fasting, I did not meet my goals the day before. So you may need to break your fast a little bit early if you really, really are dying one day. Give yourself grace as you grow and learn and as your body adjusts to this intermittent fasting cycle. So one of the biggest words in the faster way is macros. Everybody, it's like, I feel like a buzzword in exercise, workout, health circles. What the heck even is a macro? A macro, sorry, we've got a fly here, is a carb, protein, and your fat. That is a macro. You will begin to understand what foods have in it and maybe what each food has in it. Some are going to have, I thought like, oh, nuts are a great source of fats, but they also have carbs in them. So you're going to begin noticing what things have in them. Some things have carbs and fats more, and some things maybe have carbs and protein, and some things have protein and fat. So you're going to begin noticing, and as you track, you are going to have to tweak how you eat. And some of you are going to find yourself going over in one category or another. I tend to go over in the fat category. Some people maybe tend to go over in the carb category. No one hardly goes over in the protein category. But protein is huge in fueling our bodies. And you're going to learn that you're probably not putting in as much protein as your body actually needs. And as your body gets the protein that it actually needs, you're going to become a pro fat burner. And your body is going to burn fat faster and more effectively than it ever has before. So what are those fats? Like, drizzle a little olive oil or coconut oil at the end of your meal. Grab a nut butter and spread it on whatever you're eating. proteins like your chicken, your turkey pepperoni. Another thing a lot of people are using these days is collagen peptides. You can put some of those like in a smoothie bowl, or in a shake. What are those carbs that you're eating? Yes, in the faster way, we can have carbs. We're going to have some days, we're going to learn a little bit about where we're going to not eat as many, but the majority of our week, we are eating a lot of carbs. So you're going to eat your rice and your quinoa and your sweet potatoes and your white potatoes and white rice. Like, I thought that was like, this culture told me I couldn't have white rice ever, but it's so great to go to Chipotle and have a bowl and get their amazing lime cilantro rice, and it'd be okay. So you're gonna get to eat the foods that you want. So on the days where you're allowed to have more fats, you're gonna get to eat your bacon and your avocado and those things that are really high in fat that you love the flavors of. And then other days of the week, you're gonna get your carbs. And like, one of my favorite things is acai bowls. I like, on a regular macro day, I have one like almost every day, and it has granola and fruit and honey and all these yummy ingredients that I kind of thought like were off limits, but they're not, and they're amazing. So you're gonna learn how to do this. You're gonna get to eat your carbs, and they are what give us energy, and so you're gonna get to have those, and you're gonna have the best time. So we're almost done here. I want you to just stay consistent. Key consistency. Be committed. You have invested in this, and we want to invest in you, and we want you to be successful. Complete those action items every day in the Facebook group. Try to hit that 16 to 8 fasting window if you can. Do what is best for your body, though. That is the most important. Explore foods that you might like, because we want this to be a lifestyle, not a diet. It is not a diet. We want you to find the foods that you just love and that you crave within the faster way, and you're going to have food freedom. And that is what I love about this program. It has given me that in a way I'd never have had it before. So as we finish, our goal for you is to get to the healthiest state that you have ever been, to live out your God-given purpose, to be the healthiest version of yourself for those around you. And God has uniquely gifted each of you, and He wants you to live out that purpose. But He wants you to do it healthily, and where you have energy and the ability to love on those around you. So thank you. Bethany and I just are so stoked to get to do this journey with you. And thanks from the bottom of our heart for allowing us the opportunity to walk alongside you. It is a gift. I think each of us feel that's part of our God-given purpose, is to walk alongside others. And so thank you for being those people that we get to walk alongside of. So go have the most amazing week. Thank you for letting us do this with you, and we can't wait to see you and hear how your week's going. Bye, friends.